Peace, love and light to you all, family. Dumelang. Welcome once again to another YouTube video with me, your host, Mathix. Now today we're back again. Double things. 2 times in a day, we're back with another special video. Today, this date of the 9th of August, very special, Women's Day, because it's special in the sense that it's Women's Day, and it's also special because it's my friend's birthday. So I told you when I did the video about dragons that I'm going to be taking birthday requests for people close in my reality. I call them up when their birthday is. What spiritual subject would you like me to touch on, or what would you like me to talk about? So I called up one of my friends. This is now this guy, me and him, we go back way back. We go back to high school. But we don't just go back to high school. It was one of those beautiful relationships that we met in high school in a very special way. We were in a singing group together, in an a cappella group. So he went to UKZN. I don't know what he was gonna go study there. So when he got to UKZN, something happened. He got in some weird type of accident that he had to move back home. So I was going to UJ. Right, so he came back home to heal up, and then the next year he came to Johannesburg to study sound engineering and music. So it was such a beautiful thing because me and him were so close. I remember I was applying to go to UKZN, like, okay, maybe I might go to UKZN, but the spirit was like, nah, chillax, we're gonna do it this side. So what's special about this brother is that not only is he one of the best producers in South Africa, I grew up with him. I saw him do the things that he's doing now, but on a much more bigger level. So the brother, he's when I go to his place, there's a plaque there, like he produced Rose Gold for Shakana. He's worked with KO. He's worked with all Marisha. He's just worked with a lot of artists in the industry. He's worked with Oskido. He's currently working with Oskido. He's just one of those genius entities that you get to see that things are not about luck but about destiny. Some things is just destiny. Some people just have it. Because this guy, he used to go to like when we were in high school, when we were singing the school anthem. I remember this one time he got on the stage, he played the school anthem, right? And then the lady who usually plays it, she's like, don't you want the notes? And he's like, no, I'm gonna do it off my head. And he just did it off my head. So when I see him do all these amazing things that he's doing, I'm gonna leave links to some of his work and some of his projects. I love this. I'm so passionate about this brother because he's one of those beings that are like, he's not even a friend, he's a brother. My family knows him, so it's a very beautiful thing. So I called him up, Ndana, it's your birthday, what do you want me to talk about? And he's like, yo man, talk about why certain people, or why people leave our lives, the significance of people leaving your life or leaving your life at certain times. So I was like, okay, now I'll talk about that. So which is a very deep and profound thing to understand, because when you want to understand why people are in your life, you have to understand the multi-dimensional facet nature that you are. Number one, you're going to have to understand a concept which they call the hero's journey. So now the hero's journey is basically, it starts off like this. There's a hero, he's living in the normal mundane world, and then there's what they call a call to adventure. So the hero can either accept the call, either it's going to be a job, a type of industry you want to go into, a type of business you want to open, a new relationship, whatever it is, it's a hero's journey, it's a calling. So the hero can choose to either refuse or accept the journey. When you refuse it, you remain in the normal world. That's the option of Neo being given the options of the red pill and the blue pill. The one pill was to say, yo bro, you're gonna stay and remain ignorant. However, if you take this other pill, you're gonna go deep into the rabbit hole and you're gonna see that the world is much more vast and much more broader than what you thought it was. You see, so if you accept the pill which takes you deep, then you are going into the underworld, or you are going on that cycle of the hero's journey. So what you need to understand is that on each part of the hero's journey, there's many different parts. So when you start the journey, the first thing that's going to happen is that you're going to get introduced to a guide on those first levels. So there's going to be either a friend, a guru, a teacher, someone who you look up to either on the internet or physically. So that person is going to be a guide, a pastor, a church, on that stage of your life. It could even, this happens even when you are unenlightened, when you are a Christian or Muslim or whatever it is. There will always be someone at each specific point of your life to be there as a guide. There's a saying that says, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So the teacher doesn't appear before the student is ready, because the student is not going to understand anything that the teacher is saying. So the student has to be ready. So that's why the saying is reversed. In the material world, we say believing, we're saying seeing is believing. And that's not how it is. That's the Western mindset. The ancient people said, no, believing is seeing. So before you see something, you have to believe it. You see? So that's what it is. You have to believe that you are capable. So on those first stages, you're going to meet a guide, and then you are going to descend into the underworld. And then when you descend, you're going to meet turmoil, you're going to meet disappointments and all that. So what that represents is you going through the mud, or going through the ashes of the phoenix that rises from the ashes, or you going through a cocoon stage. So now when you go into a cocoon stage, or when you go into the underworld, what's going to happen is that you're going to meet these certain turmoils, but the teacher or the guide that you met before that is what would have prepared you for that, so that when you come out of that, you come out with a treasure, be it a girl, be it a boy, be it a diamond, be it money, be it enlightenment. It could be anything, be it a sword. In movies, usually they're represented as the prince coming out with the princess, you see. So there's many different things. Now, the most important thing to understand is that on that journey, you are going to meet certain individuals in high school, in primary. Some people in your life are going to be like branches, you know. Okay, let's start off with leaves. Some people are seasonal, they're like leaves, summer, autumn, winter, and spring. So they might just be there on a seasonal level. So maybe that would be a season of you just being in primary school. After that, you'll never see them again. So they are seasonal, you know. They're just there for that momentary time and space that you are occupying, be it in varsity or things like that. And then some people are not leaves, but they are branches, which means they might stay longer in your life. So they might go into like maybe even primary, into high school, and some even into varsity, you know. So those would be those who last much longer than the leaves. They are branches. But then even branches sometimes fall off, and then you get those people who are roots. So the roots, they stay with you. You get those people that are trunks and roots. Family, that will be the trunk, the core, and then you get the roots as well. So those are the people that you're gonna know throughout your whole incarnation. So now, what's important to know about these different cycles and these different people is that each person represents a particular development that you should acquire or that you should move into. So each person represents a stage in your life. So there are going to be people that you are going to meet at work. When the moment you quit that job, you're no longer going to know them. They're not going to text you, nothing like that. There's some people you're going to meet in high school. The moment you leave high school, it's done. But some people, you're going to continue with them. And even when you get married, you're going to invite them to your wedding and things like that. So each and every one of us are branches, roots, or leaves in someone else's life. I've been leaves to some people's lives, you know. I've seen pictures of like people who I went to varsity with that got married. I was like, oh my God, I was a leaf. Damn, abang memang. Ooh, okay, it's cool, you know. And then there's some people like, yo man, when I get married, yo, you know you're gonna be the first one that knows. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm a root in this guy's life. And then some people, the things fade slowly. You're like, okay, I guess I'm a branch in their life. You see, so all of us play those different specific roles. And what you need to understand is that you're going to have to tap into the crown chakra to activate that level that allows you to understand what's going on. You will not Never, ever, 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 ever have a point where there's no one there as a guide for you. You will not experience reality without a guide. It will always be. And there will always be something that fills a missing gap in your life. And another thing you need to understand is that when people fall off as leaves or branches, it's not that they are bad people. It's just that the time development with them is gone. You need to move on. There's some friends you knew in high school that still have the same mentality that they did in high school. Yo, I gotta get the richest guy, or oh man, I gotta get with the hottest girl so that I'm known as the cool guy. Or if I'm the richest one here among my friends, I'm the one who made it. You know, there's some people whose mentality, like, come on man, you still thinking like that, bro? It's still all about me and me and me, and there's nothing wrong if you feel that it's me and me and me, but some people ascend past that, bro. Like, come on, it's about the collective, man. It's about all of us. So some people, you're gonna leave them behind because you've ascended into states that they can't occupy. So you have to leave them behind. And sometimes your guides are going to be the one who lets some other people go. So sometimes your guide might show you some other people. They're gonna do certain things, and then they'll come back into your life. You're like, maybe there was that. And then they'll do that same thing again. And then there'll be a time where you have to be like, bro, I think this is a pattern. That's that fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 2 times, fuck the peace on, you know? You can fool me once and could be like 2 times, 3 times. It's like, bro, I think with this person is like that. So there are going to be those levels or those states where you're going to also have to be wise and discern. Just as I was speaking about in the second last video that I uploaded about spiritual gifts, you're gonna have to discern the spirits of people to see, is this a leaf? Is this a root? Is this a branch? What's going on here? Are you long term? Are you short term? And none of them are either good or bad. It's not that the people who stay in your life the longest, there's something better than them that the others don't have. No, it's just that that's what it is. The contract is that they were there to be your business partners, your eternal life partners. You've spent different incarnations with them. Some people, it's just a quick thing. Certain relationships, it's an in and out. Bam, bam. Karmic relationship, you solve the things, it's done. You finished. Some quickie. Bam, bam. Done. Some, will you marry me? I'm pregnant. Life partner, you see, it's different. Whereas others is just hey, Netflix and chill, and then after the Netflix and chill, it's done. A leaf, seasonal, you see. So now you're gonna have to come into understanding why certain people are in your life, and so you have to ask the spirit to tell you, why are certain people in your life? Why am I in your life right now? Why are you watching me on YouTube? Yeah? Is it because I'm a root? Is it because I'm telling you things that are absolute? Is it because I am uprooting you, taking you out of the boot? Or is it because I'm a leaf, and then after this you're gonna find out some deeper things, and then you're gonna be like, you know what, Mathix, I think it's time that I leave, you know? Or is it because I'm a branch? It depends. It's seasonal. It could be up to you. You could not know me, and I could be a root. I could be someone who goes with you your whole entire life's journey. Or I could be a seasonal nigga. Like, I was watching this guy in 2022. He was pretty. I remember that guy. I was a leaf in your life because you needed me seasonally. Or you wanted me seasonally. Wants and needs. Depends on you again. It's about the hero's journey. So, don't be sad when other people leave your life at certain stages. They were not meant to be in the next chapter. They were not meant to be in the next chapter. We see this in movies and series and animation. There will always be those who leave, and that means they cannot be in the next chapter. Your life is a script. I knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb. These are verses. I predestined you. So this means that this is a script that's written. So you can't be sad when a certain character leaves your life. You have to accept it and understand. No, these are the laws of nature. It's magnetism, which works by the heart chakra. Your brain is electric, so your thoughts send out electrical pulses, but your heart is magnetic. It's much more denser, so it pulls in. You see, so people people who vibrate deeper at the heart, those are the roots. But then people who are seasonal leaves, they are much more like on the thought level, so they bounce around real quick. But emotions by the heart space, that's much more tangible. So those are the ones who get to stay, the ones that impact your emotions, the ones that impact your heart, the ones that hit you deep. But then even those ones that hit you deep, they can leave. So you must be able to be like, hey man, attach, man. Don't attach yourself to things and to people, because at the end of the day, even your life is a cycle that's gonna end, that began. And I'm just talking about the physical structure, because the true essence of who you are has no beginning and it has no end. But you are currently participating in a world or in a realm of beginning and end, alpha and omega, male and female, left and right, you see. So this is about understanding that you are on a hero's journey. So sometimes when other people leave, be glad, because there are no gaps in the universe. So someone with a higher vibration than them is meant to step in. And not saying that there's something wrong with them. They were not meant to be on your next level. They were not meant to be on the next level, because they won't understand your next level. This is why Jesus spoke in parables to the masses, but then when he spoke to his disciples, he told them straight up what's going on. He's like, yo, niggas, y'all are gods, y'all can astral travel, y'all can move in multiple realities, y'all can do this, y'all can do this. And then when he spoke to the disciples, like, when you do this, your parables. But then to the disciples, he told them straight up, because he understood that, okay, Jesus' disciples, those were the roots, those are the niggas who are gonna stay, you know. So that's what it is, family. That's what it is. Peace, love and light, man. Brother Scales, happy birthday to you, my brother. Love you so much. I love you all to the people who follow me and who engage with me. Not even just on the comments, on a spiritual level. The fact that you are watching this, that's an engagement. So thank you, much appreciated. And I hope you enjoyed Women's Day. Man, I have nothing else to say. Remember, roots, branches, and leaves. You know, so always understand that we live in a world of cycles. So even people come through in cycles. So much love. Roots leaves lazy. They don't know that they are amazing, but then it's fine. Yeah, I'm still recording.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you gotta let go, learn how to be alone, 'cause truth only unfolds when you break free from all the things you know. Friendships keep on crashing down, you always have me around. Heaven is a place for the self-loved. Please remember, you're so beautiful. For all the times that you didn't know, for all the times you forgot to show, you are more than incredible. I know that they don't want you to know. You're beautiful, and don't you mind it 'cause you're beautiful. Don't wait behind it, be the truth, you know. And I've been waiting for this miracle. Love, the land of nightmares and fairy tales who taught you how to paint vivid pictures and great skill. Ideas and misconceptions, age of enslavement, and I've been looking for you through the cracks of the pavement. No more oxygen in my lungs, and you in my soul. These feelings are just begun. We got lost in the ecstasy, promise of what's to come. The math of taking two and adding them to the